Hello everyone. Today we are going to see one Python programming, how to convert the JSON file into CSV file, as well as how we can read the JSON file in Python, and also how we can create the CSV file in Python. So yeah, so this is the idea what we are going to do today. So let's start the coding. Okay, so we use the VS Code editor for working on this project. You can use any code editor you are comfortable. First, what we are going to do is we need to create couple of files. So one is a JSON file, another is a CSV file. But creating CSV file from JSON file, so we don't need to create now. It will create by our Python script. Okay. So if you don't know how to create the JSON file, we can create the JSON file now, and yeah, so we'll get the idea how to create the JSON file. Even the JSON file is very similar to the API response you are receiving from any public API endpoint. It's very similar to that. So communicating across these microservices, we generally use the JSON file. So learning the JSON file is added advantage on your Python learning skill. So we'll create one JSON file now. Normally in the any public endpoint, and the response will get the list of JSON objects. So something like that. Create a list, insert the list. Here we have JSON object. So I create one for now, ID, and the list contain objects of objects. So we'll go with the list of objects inside the list. First key is ID. You can use any key you like. I use the ID 1, comma, next key name. A value I use some random name, John. This is one JSON object. I create one more JSON object. Same key, ID. Usually this will be the repeated objects in real scenario. ID, this time the ID will be 2, and the name will be dog. So we have collection of objects in list. This is JSON file. So coming to the programming file, just for Python file operation. What are the operation we are going to do here? Read a file, write a file, append a file, append data to the file. This is a most similar operation we do in any project. So this kind of a real scenario how we can do learning this. So you can also do it in your project how to read the file, write the file, append the data to the file, the same operation. Okay, so we need a couple of library to do this operation. We need to import the library using the import key. I will maximize my window. Last time I create the video, the views was very small. I will first maximize the screen so it will be very comfortable for you. What's going on? Okay, first import the JSON library, and next we can import CSV. That is what we are targeted. We want to read a JSON file and convert it into CSV file. That's what we are going to do. So first we are going to read the JSON file. We have to read any file, we have a function called open, and also we have a keyword called with. If you are using the open function to read a file, you need to explicitly close the file after you read the file. But using the with keyword, you don't need to close the file explicitly. The with function will take care of closing the file once you done your operation. So always try to use with keyword to do your file manipulation task. If you forget to close, even it won't affect anything. So I use the with keyword to open a file. With open, you're going to read a file, demo.json, and the mode will be optional, but better you can use the mode. I use the read mode. As I'm going to create aliases for file. I just name this J file. Okay, you can use any name. I use the J file. Just prefix with the match with my file extension. Inside that, you need to use the JSON library to read the JSON file. We have a function called load. We have one more function, loads, but that's directly dump the data. So now we are loading. Now we are reading the JSON file as a file, as a parameter. Okay, so that's why we are using load. So loads directly you can read a Python dictionary in your program, from your program. Yeah. J file, the file pointer. Okay, then assign to the data as the output. Data equal to JSON.load J file. Okay, this will looking good. So first we'll run and see what is the output. And then we'll say print statement, print function to print the data. Okay, fine. As simple as this Python program to read a JSON file. Run this program. Then 3 hello.py my file name. You can see whatever input we have in the JSON file, the same thing we are you can see in the console. So we are successfully read. Okay, now we are going to do our CSV file operation. For that, we want to create a header, a CSV file header. I just any name, but better to use the common name standard. Header equal to use the data, my list of dictionary object. Out of that, I'm going to take my first array element. To take the first array element is the array indexing of 0. Then from dictionary object, we need all keys. We have a built-in function keys. You can use the keys to get your key from the dictionary object. For example, ID and name. We need only the keys. We can use the keys function to get the value. Now the header is ready. Now we are going to create the CSV file and append the data into that file using the same operator with open. You need to open a file first. Open. The output I need demo.csv. See, the demo.json is JSON input file. I am parsing it and creating demo.csv output file. File extension is different. And here I need to tell what type of mode I need. I'm going to append the data one by one inside the demo file. In that case, you need to use a plus followed by what type of file end parameter you need. You need a new line int. I use a new line as a MD string, and alias to this file operation as C file. Looking good. The file pointer is ready. For CSV file pointer is ready. So here in C, to create the CSV file, we need to create a CSV file object. For that, I'm going to create a writer, my file pointer object. This will be using the CSV library dot writer, and I need to pass the file pointer, C file. Okay. So next, I want to write the header first inside my CSV file. So I use the writer dot write row. You can see I need to write the row by row using the write row function from my CSV file object. Write row, and I need to pass header first. I need a header first. After that, I want to write the data one by one. So for that, use the for loop for item in data. That is what my JSON file object output data. I saved in the data name area. And I have the items here one by one. And I want to write row by row inside my CSV file. So here I need to create one more temporary variable equal to temp. This is kind of list, iterable list. From here, the first element will be the item of my ID, and comma, my next element will be item of name. That is what I need. Here, if you see here, my JSON objects having the ID and the name. ID and the name, it is keep on repeating. So we are taking a key ID as a list first argument, and name will be the next argument. So now I use the writer object to write row what I need here. You can see the intelligence showing that it should be iteratable object. So now my temp is an iteratable object convert to enum. I will rightly type temp inside. Okay. Look like we have done. So we don't have any file demo.csv, and we have only the JSON file we have created, and we are writing the data. So just run the program and see. So we have run the program, but it didn't get any error. Look like it was successful. You can see the output. We have successful. So this is the way you can read a JSON file and convert it into CSV file. Even vice versa, you can read a CSV file and also you can convert it to JSON file. Normally we are the operation we are doing for dumping our products details to our application. We can use that CSV file, or we can also use the Excel file. We can do the Excel file operation in one of my next tutorial I will do. So thanks for watching.